What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity and C, joined by my very own Hot Commodity as we cover WWF WrestleMania 2000. And as we do with every pay-per-view month, we're going to cover March 2000. Although WrestleMania takes place on April 2nd, we're still going to cover everything that happened in March because we have Backlash later on in April, and in Backlash we'll cover all of April. So, how are you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Watched WrestleMania.
We just watched WrestleMania. It's not my favorite, but some matches were good, some weren't, but that's pretty much what happens in the edge here. But before we cover WrestleMania, let's cover the top 10 movies and songs from March 2000. We'll start with music. Number 10 is Smooth by Santana and Rob Thomas. Number 9 is Get It On Tonight by Montel Jordan. Number 8 is I Knew I Loved You by Savage Garden. Number 7, That's the Way It Is by Celine Dion. Number 6 is Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely by the Backstreet Boys. Popular song there. 5 is Bye 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 by NSYNC. Number 4, Breathe by Faith Hill. Number 3 is Amazed by Lone Star. Number 2, Maria Maria by Santana. And what do you think is the number 1 song in March 2000? You were still in 8th grade at this point.
I don't know. Was it another Savage Garden?
No.
I don't know.
Say My Name by Destiny's Child.
Okay.
That was the number 1 song of March 2000.
Queen Bee.
Queen Bey. You call her Queen Bee.
A lot of people did.
Well, it's Queen Bey. You're from the 80s, so it's okay. Let's talk about the top 10 movies of March 2000. Number 10 is a movie that I have never seen before. It's called Drowning Mona with Danny DeVito and what?
Never heard of it.
Danny DeVito and Bette Midler. When a woman drives a car into the river to her death, everyone in town becomes suspect. Never heard of it. Next, The Ninth Grade. I've never heard of that either.
No.
The Ninth Gate, not the Ninth. The Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp. It says Dean, a rare book dealer, is hired to find the last 2 copies of a text that holds the key to summoning the devil. However, things change when he finds himself at the heart of paranormal events. Johnny Depp wants to summon the devil. That's why he got married to that lady. Number 8, Cider House Rules with Tobey Maguire. Number 7, Final Destination. I like that movie. I think I like the second one where the logs come off the car, the truck. Yeah. Number 6, The Whole 9 Yards. We talked about that one last time. Number 5, American Beauty. Number 4, My Dog Skip. Ever see that with Frankie Muniz? It's cute. Number 3, Romeo Must Die. That was popular. I remember my sister went to go see that.
Yeah.
No, it's Jet Li and Aaliyah. An avenging cop seeks out his brother's killer and falls for the daughter of a businessman who is involved in a money deal with his father. So it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet, but kind of Jet Li. The number 2 movie of March 2000 is Mission to Mars. Ever see that? It's with Tim Robbins and Gary Sinise. It says, when the first manned mission to Mars meets with a catastrophic and mysterious disaster, after reporting an unidentified structure, a rescue mission is launched to investigate the tragedy and bring back survivors. And the number 1 movie of March 2000 is Aaron Brockovich with Julia Roberts. I never saw it, but I heard. Is it good? A lot of people like it. Isn't that like, didn't she help with like the environment, like the water or something was dirty?
Yeah, there was a town and their water was polluted. And he helped like all these kids and people get cancer. and there's this chemical company that they go after because they were responsible for it. They knew what was going on. And Erin Brockovich is a
lawyer.
She's just an assistant, but she ends up becoming one.
Fun fact: the lawyer, actually, just the lawyer in Erin Brockovich is Erica Girardi's husband.
Yeah,
from Beverly Hills, who gets arrested. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I love Erica. Fun and Real Housewives fact. But after I just got my drink, there really wasn't a lot of important like pop culture moments from March 2000 aside from the Academy Awards. But one notable thing did happen. On March 21st, NSYNC released No Strings Attached, which was the album that had Bye Bye Bye.
That was a good album.
It's Gonna Be Me, Makes Me Ill, Space Cowboy. Yeah. Take a ride with the Spaceman, the Cowboys. Yeah. Oh, yeah, what does he say?
Come and take a ride, take a space ride.
Cowboy, baby. I really liked It Makes Me Ill, though. I can play that one a lot. I don't know why. It's like a little kid thinking that I was like in love. But that was it for March of 2000. So let's cover what you all came here for. WWF WrestleMania live in Anaheim, California, close to Disney World. Lillian Garcia performed the national anthem. She did an amazing job. There are some tears falling from my eyes.
Lillian Garcia is now our husband.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
24 years later.
Wow. That's crazy. People are 24 from 2000.
And she still looks good.
Yeah. You know, she reminds me of like a bald eagle.
24 years later.
Yeah, but aren't people 20? If they were born in 2000, they're 24 now.
Born in 2000.
No, but I'm saying people who were. I think it's crazy that people who were, that's that long ago. It feels like.
They don't know.
Right? It only feels like maybe like, I would say like.
Damn good.
I would say 2000 feels like 16 years ago. I'd say, but 24. I was 7. That's all right. Anyway. So we kick off with Bull Buchanan and the Big Boss Man taking on the Godfather and D'Lo Brown. For those who watch WrestleMania live, you got to see Ice-T perform a rap with the Godfather and D'Lo. However, on Peacock, they cut it out. Cheap fuckers. So with this match, Godfather lands a leg drop to Bull Buchanan. Bull hits a springboard clothesline to D'Lo Brown. And then Big Boss Man hits a sidewalk slam to D'Lo Brown, and then Bull hits a flying leg drop, and Bull Buchanan and Big Boss Man get the victory. Nothing great here. We did like the Godfather sparkly shirt, but thoughts? Yeah.
And unfortunately, we kind of saw that a lot
Of WrestleMania, yeah, I agree.
It was weird. Like I feel like the only thing they focused on was the main event. It's WrestleMania. There was no other storylines. It was the Attitude Era. They could have easily.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. There was only really, if you look back at the card, one singles match, and it was the Cat and Terri. Every other match had more than one person in it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And even that match had Moolah
and Moolah May Val. We have the Hardcore Battle Royal up next. Hardcore Champion Crash Holly defending against the Alkalites, the Headbangers, Kai and Tai, Hardcore Holly, the Mean Street Posse, Viscera, and Taz. And this match takes place for 15 minutes. And the ending was kind of confusing here. Taz has crashed into the Taz mission, and then Hardcore Holly breaks a candy bowl over Crash's head and pins him, and Hardcore Holly becomes a new Hardcore champion. I did listen to Bruce Pritchard talk about this, and he basically said that it was just an issue with the timing, that Crash was supposed to retain the title, but the referee kind of like messed it up, and Hardcore Holly went home with it. What are your
thoughts? The referee messed up big time. His shoulders weren't down.
Mm-hmm.
it was like another decrease. I didn't get it all.
Yeah. I think the whole time limit thing kind of fucked it up for everybody because they were, I think he was supposed to kick out and then like hold on to it. But I don't know. I really don't know what happened there. And I don't think anyone backstage knew either. It's kind of like, oh, okay. You
I
know,
don't think they really cared.
no. Next up, we have Al Snow and Steve Blackman against TNA with Trish Stratus. Al Snow brings out Chester Miss Cheeserton, whatever, and it's a short person dressed up in like a cheese outfit. Basically, Al Snow lands a springboard leg drop to Albert. Steve Blackman then lands a flying headbutt to Albert for a 2. Tess lands a sidewalk slam, and TNA lands a double power bomb to Al Snow. Chester walks towards Trish Stratus, which distracts Al, allowing Albert to land a military press to Steve Blackman, and Tess hits a flying elbow drop, and TNA get the victory here at WrestleMania. Afterwards, Al Snow apologizes to Steve Blackman for the loss, and he has Chester get into the ring. Al Snow hits Chester with the microphone. Steve Blackman kicks him, and Al hits Chester with a flying leg drop. Thoughts on just all of this stupidity?
I don't know. I kind of like Steve Blackman. I like Al Snow. It was funny, but the whole point of this was that like a week ago, Al Snow said, "I have an idea," and Blackman said, "Oh, we're gonna have somebody dress up as a piece of cheese, and they're gonna clap our entrance on their ass," and that's what he had to do. So, it was supposed to be the follow-up.
But this is WrestleMania. You're having a match built around a short person and a fucking wedge of cheese. Like how?
I'm not saying.
No, I know. But yeah, Bruce talked about how Jim Ross kept saying that this is bowling shoe ugly, and they have different contrasted styles because they really were not feeling the match and they just were trying to whatever. We see the cat naked backstage with Mae Young. She's getting ready for the cat fight later on tonight. And next up, we have the Triangle Ladder match for the WWF Tag Team Championships. The champions, the Dudley Boyz, defend against the Hardy Boyz and Edge and Christian. All 3 teams brawl to start during the match. The Hardys ram a ladder into Edge and Christian. Matt hits a flying elbow drop to Devon Dudley on top of a ladder. Jeff Hardy goes to hit Bubba with a 450, but Bubba moves and Jeff lands on the ladder. Bubba then puts a ladder on his head and basically spins into everybody, knocking them out. Edge spears Jeff Hardy off a ladder. Bubba lands a cutter to Christian off a ladder. The Dudleys land a 3D to Edge. And then the Dudleys set up tables on the ladders in the ring. Bubba power bombs Matt Hardy through a table. Christian hits Bubba Ray Dudley with the ring bell, and Bubba sort of lands on a table set out outside. Jeff Hardy climbed one of the tallest ladders that I have seen, and Jeff lands a swanton bomb to Bubba through that table.
That was like one of the moments of it.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yep. And then Edge and Christian push Matt Hardy off the top of the ladder through a table, and we have new WWF Tag Team Champions in Edge and Christian. The Hardys have already been champions. The Dudleys have been champions, and now Edge and Christian finally get it. This is the match of the night. Yeah.
So, I didn't know the Hardys.
Yep. They won in like July '99.
So, yeah, it was definitely.
And I thought it was the best match of the night.
It was. It was really.
Yeah. When I watched it live, I remember this kind of got me hooked into it.
Yeah. It was one of the best ladder matches.
Yeah. Even now in 2024, it's like hard to top stuff like that, Yeah. Next up, we have the Catfight Match with special guest referee Val Venis. Terri with the Fabulous Moolah taking on the Cat with Mae Young.
Instead of a referee shirt, Val Venis had a referee towel.
Oh, Bubba. The gist of this match is the first woman to throw her opponent to the floor wins. Terri spears the Cat and then makes out with Val Venis. Cat makes out with Val as well. Cat then spears Terri. Mae Young tries to show Val Venis her boobs. Cat tosses Terri out of the ring, but Val is distracted and doesn't see it. Mae Young grabs Terri, and Mae then kisses Val, and then Moolah pulls the cat to the floor, which gives Terri the victory. After Mae Young gets a fabulous Moolah Bronco Buster, and then the cat rips off Terry's pants, and the men go home happy. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it was fun. It was just so messy. The girls and Terry got stripped down. Cat really won the match, but now see it. I think she might have won. I think she got.
She did, yeah. She threw out twice, yeah.
So yeah,
Basic. Next up, we have the Radicalz, Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn, and the light heavyweight champion Dean Malenko against Too Cool and Chyna. Chyna and Grandmaster Sexy land a double suplex at Dean Malenko. Grandmaster suplexes Eddie Guerrero to the floor. Sky Dwyer lands a bulldog to Dean Malenko and a double worm drop to Dean and Perry Saturn. Chyna lands a cartwheel elbow in the corner and a double low blow. Chyna then powerbombs Eddie, grabs Eddie by the balls, lands a military press slam and a sleeper slam, and Chyna and Too Cool get the victory here. Basic match. Good to see Chyna involved. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was cool that Chyna got in.
Her pants are coming undone.
Yep, Chyna's pants broke and Scotty was trying to help the people up. And Chyna actually talked about that, I think, on like Jay Leno. So it was a good match. I think it was one of the better matches with Chyna and men. And she kicked ass.
Yeah.
And I think it's the start of the Heat.
See, next up we have the Euro-Continental champion Kurt Angle defending both titles against
Euro meaning European, Continental meaning incontinental.
You're so smart. You used your 3 eyes, intelligence,
integrity, and I'm extremely
So yes, Kurt Angle defends against Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit. First title on the line is the Intercontinental Championship. Benoit attacks Angle before the bell.
I did not see it coming.
Jericho baseball slides Benoit into the railing. Benoit pushes Jericho off the top rope onto the announce table. Benoit lands a backbreaker to Jericho. Jericho applies a camel clutch to Benoit. Angle applies a crossface chicken wing to Jericho. And then Chris Benoit tosses Kurt Angle into the crowd. Benoit lands a flying headbutt to Jericho. And Chris Benoit is our new WWF Intercontinental Champion. Immediately next, we have the European title on the line. Benoit lands a super back suplex to Chris Jericho. Jericho lands a double powerbomb to Kurt Angle. Benoit hits Jericho with 3 Germans for a 2. Chris Jericho accidentally hits the referee. Benoit applies a crossface to Jericho. Jericho taps out. The referee doesn't see it. Kurt Angle hits Jericho with the title belt. He did. Benoit misses a flying headbutt, and Jericho lands a lion salt to Benoit to become the new WWF European Champion here. But the biggest story here is Kurt Angle lost both titles and didn't get pinned to lose either of them. But we have Chris Benoit as Intercontinental Champion.
I'm sure
complain about. Yeah, definitely. What do you think about this, though, Jericho Champion and Benoit?
Honestly, I wanted to see Jericho in the Continental, but he did just have it in Chris Benoit's first title. I don't really know if he was deserving of it yet. Again, I would have liked to see Chris Jericho get it back, but can't always get what you want.
Can't always get what you want. Next up, we have Rikishi and Kane with Paul Bearer taking on X-Pac and the Road Dogg with Terri.
And Paul Bearer has been getting
yeah.
He's been whooping.
I still remember a couple weeks ago when he fucked up. Who was he laying into? Was it X-Pac?
Yeah.
Terri slaps Paul Bearer to start. Rikishi stink faces Road Dogg. Tori's about to get a stink face, but DX pull her out of the ring. Kane lands a big boot to Road Dogg, backdrops X-Pac, and then Kane tosses Terri into the corner. Rikishi gives Terri the stink face. Kane tombstones X-Pac, and Kane and Rikishi get the victory. After the match, Too Cool dances with Rikishi, and then the San Diego Chicken comes and dances as well. Kane is hesitant because he thinks the chicken is Pete Rose. However, Pete Rose shows up from behind with a baseball bat. Paul Bearer grabs it. Kane choke slams Pete Rose, and then Rikishi gives Pete Rose the stink face. Thoughts on all of this?
I don't really know about Rose. It was kind of funny that he came chicken a little bit. Again, it was cool to see Paul Bearer get his name.
Pete Rose was a famous, like he was a baseball Hall of Famer. He got in trouble for, I think he was like gambling, and he got caught like cheating or something. So he had like, that's why he was looked at as bad, because he had that. But it was really like, this is the last time you'll see Pete Rose and Kane. But for 3 years, from '98 to now, he's been at every wrestling. But what do you think of this ending though? Because for months we've seen Kane and Tori. This is kind of the last thing I think we'll see of them. What do you think?
Does he show Tori?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets a smile to his plan. He is victorious. It was good. I love Kane. I think he's like scary. Yeah, he really good. So, no, it was the right outcome.
Yeah. We've made it to our main event, the WWF Championship on the line in a fatal four-way, no DQ, no count-out elimination match. Every McMahon will be in somebody's corner. Mick Foley with Linda McMahon versus The Big Show with Shane McMahon versus The Rock with Vince McMahon versus WWF Champion Triple H with the new WWF Women's Champion Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley. This is an elimination match.
Now, the ending wasn't predictable, but
the elimination was, yeah,
I knew Big Show was going to be first.
Mm-hmm.
No, but everybody knew Big Show was not going to win.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew Mick Foley would. But I knew Mick Foley couldn't be the first to go on last night. So, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Big Show slams Mick Foley, heels Triple H across the ring, lands a military press at both The Rock and Triple H. Big Show lands a big boot to The Rock. Foley hits Triple H with a steel chair. Rock punches Shane McMahon. Mick Foley hits Big Show in the back with a chair, and The Rock lands a rock bottom, getting rid of the Big Show. So the Big Show is eliminated from the match. Rock accidentally hits Mick Foley with a ring bell. Triple H hits Mick Foley with a barbed wire 2x4 and tosses The Rock to the floor. Rock hits Triple H with the title. Mr. Sacco gets applied to The Rock by Mick Foley, but Triple H lands a double low blow. Rock chokes Triple H with the cord. Mick Foley hits The Rock with the ring steps. Triple H slams The Rock onto the announce table, and this is actually pretty funny. Mick Foley goes for a diving elbow drop, but he like totally misses, and his body just lands.
He did not.
No, you said that, yeah. It was like it's pretty far distance.
It was a big jump.
He fucking landed on the edge of that table. Yes. Triple H has to elbow The Rock through the table to make it break. And then Triple H hits Mick Foley with a chair, lands a pedigree onto the chair. Mick Foley is eliminated. But before Foley leaves, he hits Triple H with the barbed wire 2x4. Rock pins Triple H for a 2. Rock tosses Triple H into the WrestleMania set. Rock grabs the ring steps, but Triple H nails Rock with a steel chair. Triple H then power drives Rock onto the steps. Rock suplexes The Rock through the The Rock suplexes Triple H through the announce table. Vince punches Triple H and tosses him into the ring post. Shane attacks Vince and hits him with a TV monitor and starts to bleed. Shane then hits Vince with a steel chair. Shane grabs a chair. Triple H hits The Rock with the barbed wire 2x4. Rock catapults Triple H into Shane, lands a rock bottom. But then Vince punches Shane, and then Vince comes in the ring with a steel chair. And he hits The Rock, the man he's managing tonight. He kicks out at 2, and then Triple H nails Rock again with a steel chair. Triple H gets the pin, and with the help of Vince McMahon, Triple H is still the WWF champion. After Vince and Stephanie hug, Rock hits a rock bottom to Shane and Vince. Stephanie then goes to slap The Rock. Rock gets pissed, hits Stephanie with a rock bottom, and nails Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley with a people's elbow. And although The Rock doesn't go home champion, the fans are happy because he has knocked out every member of the McMahon family, except for Linda, of course. My question is, what did you think of this main event, and what do you think is going to happen now?
Well, it makes sense because Linda told Vince the next thing, and true, did, but not the right way. And I didn't see it till the very, very end when he got in there with the chair. I knew it was Rock, but honestly, I didn't see it coming like that. But I think this will lead to Linda against the rest of the family. And see what happens.
Okay. So, all in all, what did you think of this WrestleMania?
I give it like a 5.
Yeah, it really wasn't that good. The only matches I really enjoyed, triangle ladder match, the triple threat with Benoit, Angle, and Jericho,
Like,
and the main event.
I think some of the early
Yeah. This was a very basic WrestleMania. But now that it's over, we're in the spring months of 2000. We've got Backlash coming up at the end of the month in Washington, D.C.
It had no frills for the wrestling.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of celebrities.
There was no celebrities. There was no full entrances. The Undertaker and Austin weren't there.
Yeah. Bruce mentioned that was hard, that not having Austin and Taker. This is the first WrestleMania that Taker hasn't competed in since he's been in WWE, aside from '94 when he was on like great, but he competed in every WrestleMania up until this point. So yeah, I agree. Lackluster show, but I am excited for what's to come. I know this year we're going to bring a lot more good stuff, so I'm sure you guys will be excited as you check out more of the Attitude Year Season 3. So until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.